Hi, Serafina. Do you have a second?
Hey, Arabella. What's up? Is everything all right? I just got home from work, so now's a good time.
You had all day at work and didn't even realize, huh? That thing you were supposed to do before you left for work?
Is everything okay?
It would be a little better if you could do your job as a wife, right? You don't even know the correct way to hang clean laundry. The shirts are full of wrinkles. And I've told you over and over that the clothes should be hung facing south so that they get the most sun and dry properly. Obviously, my expectations of you have been too high. How disappointing.
I'm sorry. I was sort of in a rush when I hung them up to dry. I thought I'd done it right. I promise I'll iron the shirts later. They're still wet now, but once they dry, I don't think it should be an issue. I didn't realize hanging up the laundry was so precise.
I can't believe my son's wife lacks so much common sense. Were you raised by wolves?
To be honest, this was never much of an issue for me because we had a dryer when I was growing up. I've never really hung laundry before.
That's no excuse. It's not like hanging laundry to dry is rocket science or anything. Your attitude so far says a lot about the kind of person you are. If I were married to someone like you, that carelessness might eventually become a problem.
Sorry.
Oh, one more thing. I know it was you who ate that really expensive steak I gave to Sebastian.
Excuse me?
Even though I said it was only for Sebastian to eat. That was an expensive gift from a mother to her son, and you had no right taking it. Why would you do something like that?
Sebastian asked me to eat that steak with him. I'm sorry we didn't wait to eat it with you if that's what you mean. But how did you find out I ate it?
You left your dirty plate in the sink, didn't you? It's so typical of you to leave something so easy to clean up lying around. I don't know how you can stand having filth like that sitting in your sink.
My sink. Are you telling me you went into our house without our permission?
What are you acting so surprised for? It's just as much Sebastian's house as it's yours. I can come and go as I please.
I'm pretty sure I locked the door. Did I leave it open?
Oh, I went and I had a spare key made for myself. I used Sebastian's key to do it the last time he came to visit.
You did what? Does Sebastian know about that?
Probably not.
You've gone too far this time. Who just goes around making spare keys for people's houses without their permission?
Don't you think it would be a good idea if, God forbid, anything happened to you or Sebastian? Besides, I'll need it if I ever want to check up on Sebastian. I obviously can't trust you to do it. Something wrong?
Sebastian and I also deserve to have our privacy respected. This is the house that we bought with our own money. Please stop doing things on your own terms without asking us for permission first.
But I am Sebastian's mom.
That has nothing to do with this. Please give back the spare key you made.
So that's how it is, huh? That's how you're going to treat your husband's mother who brought him into this world? I knew you'd been acting like a fake with me. My son sure knows how to pick them. I'm sure that's how you trick Sebastian into marrying you as well.
Now you're just making stuff up. I don't know how much more of this I can handle. I've been trying to be patient with you this whole time, but you're making that really difficult. This might be the last straw for me. I don't think I can let this slide.
Patient? What is there to be patient about? I don't need your permission to live my life how I feel like it. I'm just trying to be a good mother-in-law and give you some advice on how to do your job better. If anything, I feel like I'm the one being attacked.
I don't really see how you figure that.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't understand where all this hostility comes from. It's very hurtful, to tell you the truth. And all coming from a girl who can't even do her housewife duties minutes properly.
Sebastian, can we talk for a bit? It's about your mom.
What's going on? She's not causing trouble again, is she?
Unfortunately, yes. And there's something else that's been bothering me. She actually made a copy of our house key without asking.
No way. How did she manage to do that?
Apparently, she swiped your key the last time you visited her. The way she talks about it, it's like she doesn't see the issue with just waltzing into our home and doing whatever she pleases.
Unbelievable. I'll definitely have a serious conversation with her about this and make sure we get that spare key back.
Thanks, Sebastian. I had a feeling she wouldn't hand it over if I asked, so your intervention means a lot.
No problem. You haven't done anything wrong, so leave it to me. My mom's been quite a challenge. When we tied the knot, I never anticipated her becoming such a bully towards you. Sure, she made a few comments in the past, but it's never been this intense with my previous relationships.
It's a bit overwhelming though, right? I mean, all this drama happening so early in our marriage? I've never faced a problem like this before.
Yeah, it does bother me. Her attitude just keeps escalating.
She's also mentioned that I'm not the wife she had envisioned and accused me of acting fake. I mean, of course, I wanted her to like me, so I tried to make a good impression.
Anyone would have done the same. I want your parents to like me too. Well, I do hope your parents like me.
Yeah, I suppose. I think she's expected me to fit the obedient housewife stereotype a bit better. But here I am, hardly at home, working, and her place is often a mess. Probably doesn't help that I told her we're not planning on having kids anytime soon.
Forget about what my mom thinks. You're doing fine. You worry too much, Serafina. Your part-time job helps us save money, and we're just enjoying our time together as newlyweds. We made these decisions together as a team, so if my mom doesn't approve, don't stress.
Thanks for being so supportive. It's much easier with you in my corner.
As your husband, I hope so.
Some people wouldn't have the patience to discuss these things with their partner, though.
That's a lousy partner, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Life's just full of roses with such a wonderful husband, isn't it?
Not sure why there's a haha at the end of that.
My bad.
Anyway, as I said, I'll talk to her about the spare key and what she said to you. I'll make sure she knows that if she pulls this again, we're going to have a serious problem.
Sounds good. Thanks again for handling this.
Serafina, do you have a moment? I wanted to talk about what happened in your garden earlier. First off, I want to apologize for just showing up at your place like that. I genuinely hope to do something to mend things between us. I want you to know that my intentions weren't malicious.
If you had shown up to help pull weeds from the garden, I might have welcomed the gesture. But instead, you sprayed weed killer on my flowers.
Oh dear, I must have misunderstood. Those little flowers, right? Honestly, I couldn't distinguish them from the weeds.
They were in the flower bed.
Well, they really looked just like weeds to me. Don't be too upset.
You can try convincing yourself that it was an innocent mistake, but I'm not buying it anymore. Even after Sebastian spoke to you about these issues, you've continued this pattern. You painted our shed red without asking and damaged the trash cans outside. Are you intentionally causing trouble for us?
No. You've got it all wrong. The paint on the shed was peeling, and the lid of the garbage can seemed loose, so I was only trying to fix things up. All I wanted was to apologize for how I've been acting.
All right, well, please stop. That's the most helpful thing you can do for us. And please stop coming onto our property.
Oh, don't say that. I wanted to make things right between us. I've had a couple of slip-ups, but I cleaned your entryway and washed your car today. No, you don't have to do it yourself, right?
I'm not home yet, so I haven't checked. I'll give the car a look when I get home.
I think it should be okay today. Don't worry about it. Just take it for a spin. I really don't think there's anything else that needs to be done. I think I took care of everything.
Oh, I see.
You said you're going to visit your parents after work, right? I thought it would be nice to give it a clean for when you're driving it around town.
Oh, right. Thanks.
Give my best to your parents too. I left some snacks in the fridge as well, so you can take those to eat as a family too.
Oh, right. Thanks a lot. I will. Hey, Arabella. Can you talk now? It's urgent.
Oh, Serafina, is something wrong? I'm actually at a friend's house right now, so I can't pick up the phone.
Hey, Sebastian. He's been in an accident. He ran into a telephone pole and he's at the hospital now. He's still unconscious.
Sebastian? Are you sure it's not you?
Yeah, of course I'm sure.
That can't be.
What are you talking about? Wait, what do you mean? Why did you ask me that?
Why was Sebastian driving the car? You told me you were going to drive back to your parents' house today.
Sebastian went to fill my tank with gas before I left. He crashed on his way there.
No, that can't be true.
Are you telling me that Sebastian was in that car accident because of you? What the hell were you thinking? One wrong move, and he could have died on the spot.
I didn't mean for it to cause an accident. I just wanted to plan a little surprise for you. Just a casual prank between my daughter-in-law and me.
What the hell? I can't believe this. I'm reporting this to the police.
The police? I was just going for a little scare. I never meant for anyone to be in an accident.
When you said you had washed the car for me, I was a little suspicious. But I just chalked it up to being more harassed by you. I figured you scratched the car or something similar like that. It turns out you were making the car unsafe to drive. No way that was meant to be just a prank.
In any case, where did you say Sebastian is? I have to see him. You said he's been hospitalized, right? I'm headed to the hospital right now.
Please don't come. I want you to stay far away from us. I can't imagine it's going to be good for him to wake up and see the face of the person who tried to kill him.
I promise I wasn't trying to kill him.
Right, because your real target was me. What you've done is a crime. Take some time to let that sink in.
Serafina, wait. I really am so sorry. I apologize for everything. Please, don't say anything to the police.
Sorry won't cut it this time, Arabella. This is way beyond a simple apology. You need to understand the gravity of what you've done and how it's affected your life. I can't just sweep this under the rug.
Serafina, how is Sebastian doing? Please, whenever he wakes up, can you promise to let me know? That's all I want to know.
Sebastian's awake, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm so glad. So glad.
I let Sebastian know about our conversation. We filed a report with the police. The car's been inspected, and they found that the brakes had been tampered with.
Sebastian filed a police report? About me? His own mother?
Yeah, did you really expect him to do otherwise?
No way. What's going to happen to me now?
Well, I imagine you'll be arrested. At worst, you're looking at some jail time.
But I wasn't trying to kill anyone. You'd been getting a bit sassy with me lately. I just thought I'd remind you to be a bit more respectful.
Except, I'm sure you were aware of what would happen if you tampered with my car like that. You really crossed a line this time. No one in this whole world would be able to justify what you did.
You should mind your tongue when you speak to me.
Excuse me?
Usually, a daughter-in-law gives her mother-in-law the time of day. But you haven't ever listened to any of what I've said to you.
What do you mean by that?
You and Sebastian got married, but you've been in no rush to give me a grandchild. I thought my son's marriage meant I'd get to meet my grandchild soon. All of my friends have lots of their own already. I'm the only one left without any little grandchildren running around.
Are you really attacking me for that right now?
Well, I mean, think about it. It's something that's very important to me.
First of all, we never said we were never having kids. Second, we just got married not long ago. Plus, we decided to wait after having a talk about it. And we told you all of this already. We're taking things at our own pace.
If you keep talking like that, you'll be having your first kid well past your prime. Your egg count's going down by the minute. My advice has always come out of the goodness of my own heart. Why can't you just say yes this one time?
Because I don't want to have the pressure of weird expectations. You've checked if my period has come every single month since Sebastian and I got married. That's weird. It makes me so stressed. Can't you see how that's kind of a sensitive topic for me?
But we're both women. What's there to be embarrassed about?
It's not about whether I'm embarrassed or not.
I knew I never should have let Sebastian marry you. Especially now that Sebastian's father passed away before me. He's the only family I have left. Why did he have to be the one to be driving the car today instead of you?
Mom, from now on, you can count me out as part of your family. It's just you now.
What? Who am I speaking to?
It's me, Mom. Sebastian. My cell phone got destroyed in the crash, so I'm borrowing Serafina's for now.
Oh. Have you been looking at these messages the whole time? Anyway, I'm so glad you're all right. Which hospital are you at? I want to come visit you.
Don't bother. I don't want you to come visit me.
Sebastian, you have to understand. I didn't mean for things to go this way. Please, believe me.
Do you hear what you're saying? In what world do you not mean for things to end in an accident when you tamper with the brakes?
That's not what I meant. I never meant for you to get hurt.
Of course, I'm sure that if Serafina had been the one driving, you wouldn't be saying that, right? I can't believe how much I've had to repeat myself with you. I've already told you hundreds of times to leave Serafina alone. And yet, here I am, having to tell you again. I have no interest in maintaining a relationship with someone who would try to kill my wife. Even if it's my own mother.
Please don't say that. I only did it for you, Sebastian. I was only trying to do what was best for you.
Oh, would you shut up? You know you did it for your own benefit, not mine. Don't use me as an excuse to not take responsibility for what you've done.
But, Sebastian, I know there's someone better for you out there.
I chose Serafina for a reason. I love her, and I'm not interested in any of the other options there may be out there. You're lucky it was me in the accident and not Serafina. Because if it had been the other way around, I would have made sure you regretted what you'd done. I never want to see you again.
Sebastian, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I promise I'll be on my best behavior from now on. I'll mind my own business and leave you two to enjoy your marriage. I won't bother either of you anymore.
You'll be on your best behavior? How many times have I already heard you say that? And how many times have you not followed up on that promise? In fact, you've only gotten worse every time you've said that.
No. This time will be different. I really will stick to my promise this time.
There's no way I can believe what you say anymore. Especially considering you're now a criminal.
Don't say that.
I think Serafina's already mentioned it, but we filed a police report. I'm so disgusted by what you've done. How embarrassing to have someone who would do something like this in the family. And my own mother on top of it all.
But I'm just an old woman. I don't have many years ahead of me. You're going to let me live out the rest of my life in prison?
No, you're the one who did this to yourself, not me. Take responsibility for your actions and the consequences that come with them.
Sebastian, no. We're family, remember? Please, don't do this to me.
Serafina is the only family I have left anymore. You're a stranger to me as far as I'm concerned. And definitely not my mom.
Sebastian, please stop this. I'm sorry for everything, okay? Please forgive me. Sebastian? Are you still there? Answer me!
Hi, Arabella. Sebastian's talking to the doctor right now, so he can't answer you.
Is this Serafina again? That's fine. You'll do. Please tell Sebastian to forgive me. If you forgive me too, it'll be so much easier to convince Sebastian to as well. I promise to respect your opinions from now on.
No thanks, I'm good. I'll be keeping my opinions to only myself and Sebastian from now on.
Don't say that. Wait. I know you're not the kind of person who would just abandon her own family. So let's just agree that it's water under the bridge and start over with each other, okay?
Nope, I'm not worth your time anyway, remember? I can't even do the housework, right? I'm lazy and unrefined, like you said.
That's not true. What do I know? You know more than I could ever do. Don't listen to me.
You know, I was always taught that it's always wrong to hurt others. But you clearly missed that lesson in life. I hope you take your time behind bars to think about what you've done. It'll do you good to learn some manners. Shortly afterward, Arabella found herself behind bars. Thankfully, Sebastian never faced any imminent danger, so Arabella's sinister plan didn't unfold as she had hoped. We consider ourselves fortunate, as her scheme could have had fatal consequences for one of us. Regrettably for Arabella, her lack of foresight prevented her from anticipating the repercussions of her actions, leading her straight to jail. Although her prison sentence wasn't overly lengthy, we seized the opportunity to relocate to a new residence. When Arabella is released, we have no intentions of maintaining any ties with her. Our extended family shares our stance, ensuring her post-release days might be rather lonely. The extent of her malice surprised us. We never imagined it would escalate to an attempt on my life. Sebastian and I are thrilled to finally embrace the tranquility we envisioned for our marriage. I'm immensely fortunate to have such a supportive husband, and I aspire to reciprocate the love he has showered upon me during this challenging ordeal. Here's to the journey ahead as a united team.